What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com and today I'm going to be reviewing the MyPillow mattress. I'm going to give you some recommendations, complaints, who I think this mattress would be a good fit for and who should stay away. Basically everything you need to know, so let's jump in and talk about the feel of the MyPillow mattress. Now, of course, the most important thing when checking out a new mattress is what it actually feels like. Now, in my opinion, the MyPillow mattress is definitely on the softer side of things, probably like a 5.5 out of 10 on the firmness scale. I generally think of a 6.5 as kind of being that nice medium mix of support and pressure relief. And I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like I'm definitely sinking into the mattress here. When I was lying on my back, even with my weight evenly distributed, I was sinking into the mattress a little bit. There's kind of a little bit of a pillow top feel to the MyPillow mattress with softer foams on top. I was still able to change positions, roll around without feeling stuck. There's still a pretty quick response to pressure from these foams, but I was definitely more sunken into the MyPillow than on top of it. Now, as I roll onto my side, that soft feel is a nice advantage for side sleepers who tend to like softer mattresses because of the way they sink into a mattress further. If you're on a firm mattress and a side sleeper, you might feel a little bit jammed up at the shoulders. You can have pressure points form, places like the shoulders, the hips. Those are some common areas. We're going to take a closer look at pressure later on in the review, but I do have to say that the soft feel of the MyPillow mattress was a benefit for me when I was on my side. Now, rolling onto my stomach, it's kind of the opposite story there. Generally, what I'm looking for stomach sleepers is firmer support so their hips don't sink too far into the mattress, keep their spinal line in a good position. I felt my hips were definitely sinking into the MyPillow mattress here. If you are a stomach sleeper or if you are a bit heavier in that 250+ pound range, I don't think the MyPillow is going to have enough support for you. Now, to give you a better idea of what makes up the MyPillow mattress, I've cut open the back of it to show you the materials used in the layers. Now, first up is the cover of the mattress. Now, the cover is quilted with really soft foam, so you're gonna sink right in for some immediate softness. Again, this is a softer mattress in my opinion, so you will probably start to sink in right at the cover. Now, below that, we have this kind of comfort foam. It's open-celled, so it's very breathable. It's gonna help you sleep a little bit cooler, and you can see it's also really, really soft. You're probably gonna sink right through that as well. It's got a quick response to pressure though, so you shouldn't feel too stuck in that layer, even though you're definitely going to sink into it. Now, you can see there's 3 layers of foam below that. They're all white, so it might be a little tough to tell, but basically these foams are all going to start to get progressively firmer to kind of give you some cradling support as you push further into the mattress. So it's kind of transitioning you from these softer foams on top down to the firmer foams at the bottom for support. All of them still have quicker response to pressure, as you can see. So even though it's not going to be quite so bouncy because it doesn't have springs or coils or anything like that, the quicker response is going to help you kind of not feel stuck in the layers. I do have to say that these kind of top 4 layers of foam, including the quilted foam that's in the cover, are all pretty soft. So again, you are going from really soft transitioning to firmer layers, even though you're probably still going to sink through them. They're all pretty soft. It's a softer mattress. Down to the high density polyfoam base. Now, high density polyfoam is a material that's used in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses. It's really firm. You can see that quick response to pressure, and also it kind of just supports layers of foam above it, as well as gives the MyPillow its shape. Now, along with my opinion on the feel and firmness of the MyPillow, I also want to run a few objective tests to give you a better idea of what the mattress is all about. So the first one that I run on all mattresses that I review is the pressure map test. Basically, I put a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down on it in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, starting out on my back, weight's pretty evenly distributed in this position. You can see it's blue pressure across the board. That means low pressure. That's pretty much what I see on most mattresses that I test here at Sleepopolis. Now, the interesting things start to happen when I roll onto my side. Like I said before, I found that the MyPillow has a softer feel to it, which is generally a good thing for side sleepers who need to avoid the formation of specific pressure points. Now, when you look at the shoulders and the hips, those are generally the 2 prominent areas where you get a lot of pressure buildup for side sleepers. You can see there is a slight raise into the green zone of the pressure map, but that is pretty good. You are always going to have slightly raised pressure because of the higher weight concentration over low surface area, but it doesn't spike into that yellow or the red range. So I think side sleepers are going to enjoy the softer feel of the MyPillow mattress. Rolling onto my stomach, it's blue for low pressure across the board again, but that's pretty much going to happen when it's evenly distributed weight. Again, I don't think this tells the whole story of stomach sleeping on the MyPillow. I definitely felt my hips sinking into the mattress. It's pretty soft, so if you are a strict stomach sleeper, I think it's just going to kind of allow your back to kind of bow a little bit too much. Now, another test that I run is a motion transfer test, and basically I take a 10-pound steel ball, I drop it from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches, and those drops are going to simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed, rolling around in the middle of the night. On the other side of the mattress where you might be sleeping, I put a seismometer down, and what that does is it tests the disturbance transferred across the mattress with each of those drops. And it was okay. I think the MyPillow performed kind of on average for what I see for a lot of bed-in-a-box foam mattresses. Generally with softer mattresses, I'm expecting to see kind of more isolation of motion transfer, and I gotta say, it was fine. I thought the MyPillow did okay here. If you do have a restless partner, someone who gets into and out of bed in the middle of the night, you probably will still feel it a little bit on the other side of the bed. And one last thing I gotta say during the testing is that with the motion transfer test, I also kind of test the bounce of the mattress, whether or not you're going to be able to change positions really easily. And I got to say, even though I didn't feel stuck changing positions on the MyPillow, there's really low bounce on the mattress. If you are looking for something with a little more spring, a little more pop, you might want to look for something in the hybrid or kind of inner spring build to actually get the coils below for support, give you a little bit more bounce out of the mattress. Now, before the end of the review, I do want to give a few recommendations on who I think this mattress would be a good fit for. So first up is if you're looking for a softer feel. You know, some people just like a softer mattress. I definitely felt like I was able to sink in for some good pressure relief here on the MyPillow mattress. Another group of people that I think would like it is side sleepers. That kind of goes in line with these softer feel things. So we saw good results on the pressure mat portion of the review for the side sleepers. So if you're looking to kind of sink into the mattress a little bit, this would be a good choice. And also, I think it's a good option for those that are just looking for an inexpensive kind of foam combo mattress. It's a pretty good price range, coming in between $499 and $899. So if that interests you, the MyPillow is a good option. Now, I do have some complaints or cons for the MyPillow. One, I don't think it has enough support. If you are a bit heavier, if you're in that 250+ pound range, I don't think you're going to enjoy the MyPillow. Even if you are a side sleeper, you're probably going to push right through the softer foams in this mattress. I also don't think it's a good choice for the stomach sleepers out there for a similar reason. I felt my hips were definitely sinking into the mattress, and if you're a stomach sleeper and your hips are sinking into the mattress, it's going to throw your back out of alignment, cause you to wake up with aches and pains in your lower back. Also, the mattress kind of lacks support at the edges here, so if you sleep with a partner, you know, you aren't going to be able to sleep all the way to the side. I think you're going to collapse the side of the mattress. You might feel like you're going to kind of roll out in the middle of the night. And also, it just kind of lacks bounce. So if you're someone who prefers a bouncier mattress, changes positions an awful lot, there's really not a lot of bounce to this mattress at all. Now, if you're interested in purchasing a MyPillow mattress, I want to give you a little bit of basic info on that here. First up is the trial period. You can have it in your home for up to 120 nights, deciding whether you want to keep it or send it back, so about 4 months. There is a 10-year warranty for this mattress. You're going to want to check out exactly what that covers on their website, but I'd say that's about the standard kind of bend-in-the-box mattress online warranty. It also ships for free. It will arrive compressed in a box. So you're going to want to let it kind of decompress and expand over a few hours or even overnight before you sleep in it to give yourself the full support of the mattress. And in terms of price, the MyPillow ranges from $499 to $899 for the king size. So that's it for my review of the MyPillow mattress. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if your mattress search continues, hit subscribe because we're going to keep putting out more reviews to help you find the right bed for your home. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our sleep news or our giveaway announcements. And check out Sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.